Mischievous Wolf and No Laughing Matter. Episode 2 of Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf begins with Lawrence resting near his carriage. Suddenly, Hollow wakes up. She and Lawrence touch upon Hollow's distinct physique. Then, Hollow tells Lawrence that a storm is approaching. The two head to a nearby town and stay at an inn for the night. Inside, Lawrence asks Hollow what he should do with their wheat. Hollow tells Lawrence as long as she's alive the wheat will never spoil or wither. She says Lawrence can thresh and store the wheat somewhere if he wants to. Then, Hollow sniffs Lawrence, complimenting him on his looks and telling him he should look after himself more. Lawrence says he doesn't want his appearance to affect his work ethic. After more appearance-related chatter, Lawrence suggests that they dry their clothes in the common room because it's heated properly. Outside, Lawrence tells Hollow to ensure that she stays hidden with her attire. Hollow complies, though she states she never needed to hide her appearance from people before. Lawrence meets with an unknown man, informing him about his merchant-centric activities and strategies. Additionally, the merchant Lawrence is speaking with says he should stop by his place at Parenzo when he gets the opportunity. When the merchant and his wife leave, another businessman acknowledges Lawrence's skills. Lawrence tells the businessman that if he wants to succeed he must try his best. The man wanders toward Lawrence, introducing himself as Jurin. He says he's a rookie merchant. Lawrence introduces himself and Hollow to Jurin. Before Jurin tries to get a peek at Hollow's looks, Hollow uses her flavorful remarks to convince Jurin to stop. Later, Hollow and Lawrence return to their inn room. Lawrence hands Hollow a bag of wheat. He says she can hang it around her neck. Hollow places the wheat bag on her bed and says she wants the goat cheese meal Lawrence prepared. Lawrence stops Hollow, telling her that he has to donate a lot of cash for the items they have now. He tells Hollow she must pay him back for all the things he got for her. After that, Hollow and Lawrence indulge in their respective meals. While eating, Lawrence asks Hollow about her lie detection abilities. Hollow says she can tell when someone is lying to her and notes how Lawrence's compliment regarding her tail was a lie. However, Hollow admits she can't detect lies all the time and says it's up to Lawrence to believe her. After that, Hollow tells Lawrence that he and Jurin feel like children to her. However, she argues Lawrence is more mature than Jurin. Then, we enter a flashback involving Lawrence, Hollow, and Jurin. In it, Jurin informs the pair about a new silver coin that's being made. He says it's worth the same as the old one, but when exchanged for the currency of other countries, its value will increase. Lawrence wonders if he should gather more of the current silver coins. He feels if they exchange those for new ones, when available, he and Hollow can score a huge profit. Jurin tries negotiating with Lawrence, but Lawrence notices Hollow is bothered by Jurin's words. In the present, Hollow tells Lawrence that Jurin is lying. Yet, she doesn't know which part of his deal he was lying about. Hollow gives Lawrence some wisdom regarding lies. Then, she asks Lawrence how he'd handle Jurin's negotiation if she wasn't around. Lawrence says he set the intel aside and pretended to be on board with Jurin's offer. He says if it was true, he'd make a profit. However, if it's false, he'll know someone's plotting something. Additionally, this convinces Lawrence to investigate the situation, resulting in him discovering a money-making fiasco. Then, Hollow alludes to it being a lie and Lawrence catches on. Regardless, Hollow knows Lawrence would still act like he's interested in Jurin's deal. Lawrence visits a well in the morning. Then, Hollow departs from the church and reunites with Lawrence. Hollow tells Lawrence that she was listening to the church's preaching and acknowledges how the church feels more significant. She says it wasn't like this when she first arrived here from the north. Hollow reflects on how much things have changed. She admits that she hasn't changed and Lawrence assures her that her hometown probably hasn't changed either. Hollow and Lawrence reunite with Jurin. Lawrence accepts Jurin's offer but tells him he can't pay him up front. He says he must exchange his furs for cash first to attain money. Jurin tells Lawrence to meet him at Pazio, a port town, so they can whip up a contract. Moreover, he tells Lawrence to visit a bar called Yorn once he arrives there. After Jurin departs, Hollow and Lawrence hop on their carriage. While traversing, the two discuss time concerning the villagers and Lawrence himself. Then, Hollow touches upon wolves and why they attack humans. She says they do so to eat their heads and gain their power. Lawrence reveals that wolves attacked him 8 times in the past. Hollow rambles about her species' activities more, angering Lawrence. During this discussion, Lawrence recalls a tragic experience regarding several wolves feasting on one of his former comrades. After passing through a town, Hollow shares her opinion on wolves, dogs, and humans concerning their relationship. She says wolves often ponder ways to defeat humans since dogs are closer to humans than wolves. Lawrence questions if Hollow had a tragic experience with humans before. However, Hollow refuses to answer. Later, Hollow and Lawrence rest at a nearby tree. The episode closes with Hollow telling Lawrence that they each live in entirely different worlds. The episode review. Episode 2 wonderfully builds upon our wolf and human pair's relationship. From their insightful conversation about lies at the end to the meaningful discussion of time and wolves on the carriage, viewers will admire how this anime is treating this pair's chemistry so far. Additionally, this episode gives audiences a glimpse of Hollow and Lawrence's different experiences with each other's species. From Lawrence's tragic encounter with wolves and Hollow's possible conflict with humans, one can't help but speculate if the story will shed more light on each matter. Moreover, this episode gave Lawrence a chance to showcase his merchant skills. It also shows why having Hollow around wasn't a bad decision on his part. Hopefully, this business endeavor with Jurin goes smoothly for our mature merchant and his female companion. Lastly, this anime still evokes a pleasant tone. The music inserted in this one helps usher folks in on the series' calm mood and enchanting qualities. While some longtime fans may need to adjust to this remake's visuals, everything from the characters' reactions to the environments they venture through looks nice. Overall, this was another great chapter of Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf.